Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing episode number 2 of I Build Your Teams, the series where I build my viewers' teams with the best teams possible for my team unlimited and or competitive play based on how much MT they have and what their squad is currently looking like. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 13,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Sorry, 14K, not 13K, but I upload every day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off with this first team today, which comes in from my boy Luca Goat. And I remember he used to watch my streams a ton. We used to talk a bunch. I remember. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you following and are submitting your team and stuff, because we haven't talked in a minute. But okay, he's got a no money spent team. I don't know why we're paying for Zion and Mitch Richmond. Honestly, if they're not unsellable versions, I don't think those cards are worth it. Like Brook Lopez is unsellable, DeMarcus is unsellable, so is Jabari. James Posey and Nick Van Exel, by the way, I would replace this duo. I would go okay, so what, you know what I would actually do? I would start Robert Pack and LaFonso Ellis at the 1 and the 4 right now. Make sure you're using all your double XP coins, by the way. Please use your double XP coins every time you're playing my team so that you can get up to level 40, so you can hopefully eventually get Kyrie as well. But start Robert Pack and LaFonso Ellis. That dynamic duo is phenomenal. Sell Zion, sell Mitch Richmond, move Dr. J to the 2. At the 3, get Jordan Walsh, I think. So it's Robert Pack, Dr. J, Jordan Walsh, LaFonso Ellis, and then up to you at center, Brook Lopez or DeMarcus, I guess. If you like with Brook, I guess, more, you could run him. And then your bench remains the same, and I think that saves you like 100,000 MT pretty much, and your team is just as good, if not better, saving that 100,000 MT. At that point, you gotta go play salary cap, get Joakim Noah. He's your best. He would be your best center, probably, in my opinion. And honestly, just keep grinding and saving some MT so you can get Anthony Davis. He could be your next big purchase, because your team's gonna start to look really good if you can grind out Kyrie, get AD over the next couple weeks, and you'll be almost enough MT to get AD once you sell a couple of these players that I'm saying and pick up some replacements. So second squad today comes in from KA. He's got 240,000 MT, says he's grinding domination for De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron can be his backup point guard when he gets him. He's got Kyrie right now. Marcus Smart at the 2 is a dog. He's got 240K. So Franz Wagner, Jabari Smith, Anthony Davis, Giannis, and Magic. I love that you're using AD. I think he's 100% worth it. And you have an unsellable Mitch Richmond. I actually think it's probably a good idea to spend a little bit of that MT to lock in Sean Kemp, because he is absolutely amazing. You can start Sean Kemp at the 4. He's significantly better than Jabari and Giannis, honestly, in my opinion, but he's way better than Magic. Get Sean Kemp here, Jabari at your backup 4, Giannis at your backup 5. That's going to be a massive upgrade. I think you're going to notice a huge difference right there. I would also pick up Jordan Walsh at the 3. Super cheap, 5.6 thousand MT, that in my opinion is better than both of your small forwards currently. And then whoever you prefer between Franz and Keegan's can stay as your backup small forward. Once you get Fox, throw him in at that starting point guard, and then just keep saving some MT so you could stack, because maybe the next player you get is somebody along the lines of a Dr. J. But for right now, I think Sean Kemp is worth the 50 or so thousand MT that you're going to spend, and you buy him and Jordan Walsh, and outside of that, your team is already chilling. Twisted 2K has 160,000 MT, wants a better backup point guard and backup small forward. So Kyrie, he did lock in T-Mac, so he has D Rose. If you locked it, oh, you didn't lock in T-Mac because you don't have Scottie Pippen. He has a bunch of Mirage players though, so he's got D Rose, he's got Korver, he's got Karl Malone. Does not have Scottie Pippen in this lineup though, so I'm assuming he pulled T-Mac. And if I'm going to assume you pulled T-Mac, that means Derrick Rose isn't locked in. So a better backup point guard, just sell Derrick Rose, and you can buy a point guard. Honestly, auctionable point guards, the only one better is Jason Kidd. I would say the other ones you're going to have to lock in for, and I don't think it's worth it, and Curry is way too expensive for what you have anyway. Damian Lillard would be basically all your MT. So I think your best option is going to be Jason Kidd for Derrick Rose if you're going to change that out. Otherwise, just keep D Rose. He will get the job done. Korver at the 2 is good. Brandon Roy and Kyrie obviously are amazing. T-Mac at the 3 is incredible. I would play Jordan Walsh over Matt Barnes personally. If you like Matt Barnes, I guess go ahead, but I love that Jordan Walsh card. Again, I keep recommending him, and I think, again, he fits on this squad. Randall and Mourning I like. Jaren and Karl Malone is good as well. Honestly, I don't think I would be paying to make significant changes. Jordan Walsh would be an upgrade that I would be making for sure, and you could swap D Rose for somebody like a Jason Kidd if you wanted to. The next big upgrade you should probably save a little bit more before you buy is Anthony Davis. He will make a huge difference on your team when you have him at starting center, and that may even be just the one move to make, honestly, is just pick up Jordan Walsh and Anthony Davis. You could do that. You wouldn't have a lot of MT, but that would make your team really, really nice. Live has 103,000 MT. Looking for suggestions. Kyrie, T-Mac, Pippen, Draymond, Sean Kemp, Paul or CP, Clyde Drexler, Artest, Giannis, and Boogie with D Rose last 3 and and Alonzo Mourning last 3. 103,000 MT with this squad. Not a bad team at all. I would say using Chris Paul and D Rose, having both of them at PGs is nice. Your shooting guards are amazing. Your small forwards get the job done. Artest is a great card. Have no problems with him at all. Draymond and Giannis, and then Kemp and Boogie. I like that as well. The biggest upgrade you can make again for your team right now is honestly Sean Kemp, but I don't think it's really worth spending the MT on Sean Kemp. Or I'm sorry, not Sean Kemp, Anthony Davis. I don't think you have, number one, you don't have the MT, but you have to spend all your MT pretty much on Anthony Davis. And I think your team is honestly pretty good as is. This is the type of squad where I don't think there are significant upgrades that are really worth making right now because you don't have enough MT for it to really be worth it. Like Anthony Davis would be the one upgrade that I think would make your team noticeably better, but he's more MT than you have right now. And let's say you grind out for a couple hours today, you get Anthony Davis, you're going to have no MT going into next week's content. So I almost think you're probably better off looking for just saving some more MT and looking towards next week's content with this team. Francisco has 45,000 MT, only spends $20 a paycheck. Love that. Slowly but surely getting Shaq and B. Roy. Willing to sell anyone, trying to build the best team possible in Unlimited. All right. Well, when you look at the team, he doesn't have anybody to sell. He says willing to sell anyone, but there's no one to sell. Every player in his team is either locked in or unauctionable already. But 49,000 MT, $20 a paycheck. So your next $20 will, I guess, go towards... I don't even know what your next $20 to go towards. I guess the last player, because I'm assuming you already have Dame, because you're probably going to get orders here. So I guess Dirk is the least desirable. So you probably just have to get one more Dirk, and you'll buy the VC for Dirk, so then you'll have him. I mean, you'll then have Shaq and Dirk. Dirk doesn't make your team. Shaq does make your team. You can keep working towards B-Roy. All you can really do right now is play the game to earn MT. That's if you're going to wait until you spend that last $20 on some VC and you lock in Dirk, which you'll be able to lock him in with that money spent. But until then, I think your best bet, honestly, because then you'll have Shaq. Shaq will start. You can bring Ben Wallace off the bench, have Alonzo as a stretch option as well if you need him. Sean Marion and Bam are great. Grant Hill, JR, Booker, Kyrie, Joe Dumars, and Bruce Bowen. I'm totally fine with that squad as well. You have Kyrie as a ball handler in the starters. D-Book coming off the bench, defensive PG. The rest of your cards are good. You got to save some MT, and the card you got to be saving MT for is one of those amethysts, whether it's an Anthony Davis or you already have Shaq at center, so maybe it's a Julius Erving to upgrade over J.R. Smith, or even like a backup small forward. Honestly, Jordan Walsh, I think, is an upgrade over Bruce Bowen, a little bit bigger maybe, but they're about the same size, and Bowen is probably a better defender or as good, so you could use Bowen as a shoot a small forward. He's going to be totally fine. This is the type of team where you just have to earn some MT so you can get yourself an amethyst, and then obviously you'll have Shaq, you'll have B-Roy. B-Roy could come in here starting shooting guard, and then there's no need for Dr. J, actually, so you can have Kyrie, B-Roy, Dumars, and Booker. That's amazing. Grant and Bowen works great. Marion and Adebayo already, nobody has any problem with that either, and then Shaq fills your center position. Just save him to get an amethyst next week is honestly what I do, and get Shaq, get B-Roy. You're going to be cooking. All right, Peyton has Dre. He says he's going to be adding Dre and Clyde to his squad tomorrow. Draymond starting 4, which brings Jabari off the bench, which means you're either benching Sycamore or Paulo. Up to you. Just bench whichever one card you like a little worse. Clyde, I'm assuming, will now start at shooting guard, so Bowen comes off the bench. You need to find a way to grind out Kyrie Irving. That's what you need to be doing right now. You need to be grinding out this Kyrie Irving. You got to be using your double XP coins. Get this Kyrie. I understand you're not probably spending any money on him or anything, and I understand that. If you were going to spend any money, the place where I'd recommend spending it is the Pro Pass so that you can get all that MT, all that VC, and then also get Giannis. So you could do that, and Giannis would play on your team as well if you did that. But I mean, I don't generally recommend spending money, but that's like $10, so it's not that much if you wanted to do something. I like Brandon Jennings, but you really need another point guard. I would continue grinding for Kyrie because you got to get him. Once you get him, I think it'll make things a lot easier for your squad. And once you get Draymond, or once you get Clyde, you can take Kobe. Kobe's not a bad card, but you can take him out of the lineup. Draymond fills a spot as well. Cam Whitmore and Jordan Walsh is a very, very solid free small forward duo. Love that. Just gotta get point guard, man. Gotta get Kyrie. He's definitely going to be worth picking up. Even a guy like Joakim Noah from salary cap as well might be a card worth targeting at your backup center. I really liked that card. Final team today comes in from Fred. He's got 170,000 MT. Looking for about picking up Pippen or a new backup PG. Kyrie, Clyde, AD, Jabari, Sean Kemp coming off the bench. Interesting. I would actually start Sean Kemp at the 4, and then I would have Draymond, Alonzo, and Jabari as my 3 big man options off the bench. Your biggest weakness on your team right now is Desmond Bane. Is it worth buying instead? I think it is, honestly. Instead of buying Pippen, I think you're going to notice a bigger difference buying a Dr. J. I think if Kyrie, Dr. J, and then go CP and Clyde Drexler off the bench, that I think is going to build a noticeable difference in your team. That's the biggest upgrade you can make right now. And then put Kemp in your lineup as well. But once you do that, I mean, you are cooking and got a really, really good No Money Spent team coming. That's another Amethyst upgrade. And then over this next week, before next Friday, you grind out another, you only have 30K, so you got to grind out 100K this week. But if you can grind out 100K this week, which you 100% will be able to do if you play the game several hours, you'll have enough MT for another Amethyst next week, so you'll be chilling for sure. But I think your biggest upgrade is honestly Dr. J. I think he's the one that can help your squad out the most. So hopefully you did enjoy the video. If y'all did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.